Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a video on the recent sightings of UFOs off the coast of Ireland. Now I've always been so interested in extraterrestrial, like the prospect of there being a more superior, more intelligent like type of being than us. I have a lot of theories on this and I'm going to get into them as I go on after I explain the recent sightings. But yeah, like I don't believe for a second that us human beings are the most superior, intelligent race or living organism in the universe. Like there's just no way. But as I said, I'm going to get into it and then yeah. So on the 9th of November 2018 at 6:47 a.m, a British Airways pilot contacted Shannon Airport Ground Air Traffic Control to report seeing a really strong unidentified object emitting a strong light fly up the left side of the plane and then rapidly veer to the north and just disintegrate and disappear. So she contacted the ground staff and asked was there any military operation taking place at the time. Now the staff assured her that there wasn't any, but they were going to look into it because it was very strange. So that was that. And shortly after, a Virgin Atlantic pilot contacted Shannon Airport Ground Traffic Control and said that he seen the object as well. And he suggested that, I quote, it was maybe a meteor with multiple objects following the same sort of trajectory. And then shortly after this, the last report came in from a third pilot and they said that they were very shocked at the speed of the object. That I really took them by surprise. And they said, quote, its acceleration was astronomical. It was like Mach 2. Now Mach 2 is twice the speed of a normal commercial airline. So there you go. And now I'm going to insert the audio recordings of these reports.
Shannon Speeder 94.
Go ahead.
Is there any military traffic you've got right now?
There's nothing showing on either primary or secondary.
Okay, it was moving so fast, in fact you can no longer see it, but yes.
Alongside you?
Get to come up on our left-hand side and then rapidly veer to the north. Being so bright light and then it just disappeared at a very high speed. We were just wondering. We didn't think it was a likely collision course, we were just wondering what that could have been.
The Virgin 76 also saw that in our 11 o'clock position, two bright lights.
Say again?
Virgin 76. I saw two bright lights, 11 o'clock, seem to back over to the right and then climb away at speed, at least from our perspective.
Okay, we're passing that on there, thank you.
Meteor or another object making some kind of re-entry. Appeared to be multiple objects following the same sort of trajectory. Very bright from where we were.
Okay, that's copied.
Glad it wasn't just me.
No, yeah, very interesting that one.
Speedbird 94, Shannon.
94, go ahead.
Okay, just so you know that other aircraft in the air have also reported the same thing, so we're going to have a look and see.
The speed was astronomical. It's like Mach 2 or something.
Roger, okay, thank you.
Now, the Irish Aviation Authority have released a statement following this event. They said, following reports from a small number of aircraft on Friday, November the 9th of unusual air activity, the Irish Aviation Authority have filed a report and this report will be investigated under the normal confidential occurrence investigation process. And on the same day as these sightings, November 9, 2018, at 6:44 a.m, I think, a woman named Sandra Laverty from Coleraine in Northern Ireland recorded a UFO on her dashcam while she drove to work. Now Northern Ireland is like far from Kerry, like Northern Ireland's at the top of Ireland and then Kerry is like down the bottom, like, you know. So it is possible that maybe there was one or more UFOs in the sky at that night, or else I suppose her sighting was recorded at 6:44 a.m. and the first call from the pilot came in at 6:47 to Shannon Airport, so obviously that was like what, 3 minutes in between, so it's obviously a UFO and the pilot said it was speeding like at an astronomical speed, so obviously it's so possible that I could have gotten from Northern Ireland and to the coast of Kerry in 3 minutes. I mean, it's a UFO, you know. So there you go. Now last year on the 7th of May 2017 in County Leitrim, which is like in the middle of Ireland, an anonymous man at around 2:15 p.m. reported seeing a UFO shining over his back garden. So when he noticed this, he immediately grabbed his camera and took a photo. He said that there was no movement or sound and that the purple haze wasn't visible to him at the time. He then said he was confused and spooked and it vanished within a few minutes. His wife didn't even get to see it because by the time he took the picture, called her, like, it was gone. But yeah, interesting. Now there is an astronomer called Eamon Ansborough, I believe, from Boyle, County Roscommon, who believes that this sighting could be a result of a plasma ball. Plasma ball is a new form of light in physics that scientists and astronomers don't know what quite causes it yet, so they're doing like extensive research into that and stuff. So Ansborough has investigated over 130 UFO sightings in Ireland, across Ireland. He believes that they can be explained by this plasma ball phenomenon. He believes that there are like orbital tracks around the Earth and that Roscommon in particular is a place where the orbital tracks intersect. So he believes that this probably explains the high sighting of UFOs and stuff in this area. And also I know Leitrim and Roscommon are like directly, like they're literally bordering each other, so you never know. It's a possibility, but don't know. So obviously, as I said at the start of the video, that I am a big believer in UFOs, extraterrestrial, possibility of life on numerous planets, that we're actually maybe possibly being controlled by extraterrestrials and that we're just literally like pawns in their game, maybe, you know what I mean? Like I've always kind of likened to the theory that like it's like the simulation theory, and if you've ever heard of that or if you haven't heard of it, it's like, you know, we play like video games like Grand Theft Auto or The Sims and stuff. Well, the simulation theory is kind of like that maybe aliens are playing us, so as in we're all like characters in a game and that everything that happens in our life happens for a reason, but it's because we're being controlled by extraterrestrials or something else. Don't know, it's a bit like, you'd have to do more research into that theory, but if you want me to talk about it in another video, just comment below and let me know. But it's like, it's a lot to think about and it's kind of scary as well. It's kind of scary, but I don't know. It's like Big Brother. Big Brother's always watching you, but is Big Brother aliens, not the government, or is the government aliens, or are the government aliens? I don't know. Another thing I find really interesting is the pyramids of Egypt. How did that, like, how did human beings like place pyramids on the axis of the earth? I don't know, like, how would you have that knowledge? Like, thousands of years ago, how would they have had this knowledge to place pyramids on the axis of the earth? I don't know. And even like all the chambers and stuff in the pyramids, and like even the ancient Egyptians themselves, like they had like really elongated like skulls. And if you look at their hieroglyphs in the pyramids and all like the pictures that depicted them, like the paintings that depicted them, they kind of resemble what we're known that aliens possibly look like. Like our images like that are everywhere of aliens, of extraterrestrials, like they kind of like look similar to them, like the elongated head, the eyes, everything. Like they're tiny as well. Like ancient Egyptians were absolutely like tiny, and I know like back thousands of years ago people were like shorter than they are now, and that's just because like there was like diseases, like food, everything, like, you know. But it's kind of weird. Maybe this is a lot to get into. I'm definitely going to have to do another video on this because there is so much, but I have a theory about the pyramids and why they're there, and like why there's like different chambers and stuff, and like curses and like poison, people die like when after they excavate them and everything. Like, I have a theory on that, and I'm going to do another video on it because it's really, really interesting. And also, so now I'm going to talk about Newgrange, because Newgrange is in Ireland, and it was actually constructed before the pyramids of Egypt. It's said to have been constructed around 32,000 BC, and it's a Neolithic monument, and it's in County Meath. It's not similar to the pyramids, but like it's full of passages and chambers and stuff like that. It's surrounded by 97 large stones, which are called curbstones, and they're engraved with symbols called megalithic art. So like the Egyptian hieroglyphs, it's Celtic art, like megalithic. So Newgrange is mostly famous for having a passage and chamber that directly align with the sun during the winter solstice, which is December 21st. So every year, like, there's like a little tiny little opening in the end of the chamber, and on December 21st, like, the sun, whatever peak it is in the sky, like, it aligns with that, and like it shines through and lights up the whole inside like chamber and passages and everything. Like, it's supposed to be really magical, but like if you want to view it, like, you have to go on like they do like a lottery, so you put your name forward, and then in September every year, I'm sure, there's like a lottery done, and then like a few names are picked out and stuff, because obviously everyone want to see its history. Like, how did they know when exactly, like, how did they know that on December 21st every year, like, the sun was going to come through and light up that chamber? Like, what was the purpose for that? Like, how would they have that extensive knowledge? Do you know what I mean? Newgrange was said to be built by Stone Age farmers, so how would they know that on December 21st every year the sun was gonna come through and light up the whole chamber? And also, but what was the reason for that? What purpose was that? It's just like, Also, Newgrange was built when there was only stone that could be used as material, and it is said to have used 20,000 tons of it as well. Basically, they think that it would have taken 30 years and 300 workers to build. So back in 2004, the UFO Society of Ireland had a conference, and they listed Newgrange as one of the top 3 places to see aliens. They also suggested that Newgrange could possibly be a designated like flight path for aliens when they're going to land and stuff. Funnily enough, this summer in Ireland we had like extremely hot weather. Like, Ireland is an island, and obviously the majority of time it's raining and cold, well, mild, because it's never like freezing, never like, you know, kind of get like mild weather. But in Ireland you could have like every season like in one day. It's crazy. So we don't usually get like hot summers, we just have kind of like basic wet like summers. But this year we had like a heat wave like for the whole 3 months. During the summer, a man named Anthony Murphy was flying his drones in the vicinity around Newgrange, and his drone picked up in one of the fields a large circular enclosure. The Department of Culture, Heritage and the Gaeltacht described this find as very significant, and they're carrying out excavations at the site to discover what it is. It's very interesting. I mean, obviously that would have been built, well, I assume around 32,000 BC as well, so before the pyramids and stuff. And obviously that field is owned by someone. It might even be owned by, like, it might be like a national heritage site as well. I don't know, because it's in the vicinity near Newgrange, but like, I think it looks a bit like a crop circle, to be honest with you. But it's weird how it's only been discovered now in 2018. Like, it's just strange. I'm really interested in that. Like, if you follow this channel, like, obviously I'm gonna keep you updated and stuff, and like on my Twitter and all, if I find any updates. Yesterday, on Saturday the 17th of November 2018, it actually came out that a painting of Madonna and Child in Florence, Italy. This painting is from the 15th century, and as you can see in the top right corner, a disc-like object is seen, and on the other side is an odd creature with tentacles. It's very suspect. Like, back in the 15th century, why would they depict that? But apparently in lots of like historic paintings, especially of Jesus and stuff, there's like UFOs or like flying objects in the sky, and just stuff that looks a bit like not very biblical, you know what I mean? So it's very strange. Like, so I just love to know what the world was like hundreds of years ago, thousands of years ago, and if aliens lived among us, or like, you know, are we aliens? Like, what's going on? I've so many theories about this, but I'd be interested to know what your guys' theories are, and yeah, just comment below. And if you want me to do more videos, which I'm going to do, I am definitely going to do another video diving deeper into this, because I mean this could go on for like 10 videos, like there's so much to talk about. But I'd love to know your theories. And yeah, thank you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel if you obviously enjoyed this video and want to see more content that you think you'd enjoy. And yeah, so you can get my Instagram and Jordan's Instagram in the description box. Yeah, thanks, bye.